His name's Matt. He's my companion and best friend. That's his block. Picking up the wood is actually very hard, in case you're wondering. Hi, my name's Crystal. I struggle with both physical and mental health problems. The physical is a heart condition, the mental health is schizoaffective disorder, which is something I didn't even believe I really had until recently when I had my first I had my psychotic break so long ago, when I had my first mania. In case you were wondering, mania feels different than psychosis. I was expecting psychosis my entire life. I waited for psychosis to return. But mania showed up completely different. For one, I stopped seeing things and I stopped hearing things. I thought I was getting better. Yeah. But in truth, I was falling completely into a mania. Don't bite! Hey, be nice. I never believed I had schizoaffective disorder. I thought I always had schizophrenia because I struggle with the voices and I struggle with the seeing things like demons and all of that jazz. But I didn't really show up with any of the bipolar traits other than the hypomanias that never got to the point of hospitalization like I did a couple months ago. It's a very different feeling. You're so talkative. For one, you just can't stop talking. Or like, that was my experience. I just couldn't stop talking. That's wood blocks. Just ignore the little pieces of wood that now I have to pick up everywhere. Pleasure of having a bird. He's a good boy, though. I love him. While psychosis is literally like your brain turns completely off and you just lose it. But I haven't struggled with a psychosis in probably a decade. I usually take my meds. This time with the mania, I did stop. I had a valid reason. I was on Invega, and it causes heart problems to become much worse, to the point that when I take my pill, my blood pressure would spike into the 140, 150 range, and my heart rate would jump all the way into the 160s every time I took my pill. And then one night, I got fed up and I stopped. And a week later, I was in the hospital, so now I don't do that. I'm so mad at myself for doing the typical mentally ill person thing, which is where they stop taking their meds, even though I feel like I had a valid reason. Now I'm on something much safer for hearts, but they all cause that damage. And luckily, with my mental illness, it's a peaceful version. I just talk a lot. So I don't really see... Will you stop? Mwah. I don't really see the violent attacks or anything. I always think I'm an angel or a fairy. I was a fairy this time. I don't know. It was weird. Thank goodness I had stopped working my very important job because of my heart condition, because I could not imagine if I had worked for the government and gone completely insane. Oh, but now I'm having to restart my life again, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm already getting red. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I made this YouTube channel as a way of documenting the restart. It's been really difficult. Especially losing all that self-pride stuff you have when you haven't had a mental episode in a decade or more. What are you doing? Oh, that explains it. I had to stop for a few minutes because this is actually really, really hard to talk about. It's much harder than I thought it would be. My first psychosis was in 2014. It took about 6 months to really amp up. And unfortunately, nobody knew what to do with how I was acting back in that time period. So I didn't get help right away until my kids were involved. And I did almost lose custody. Not because I hurt them or anything. I ran away in the middle of the night with them from a monster. I'm just gonna be honest. It makes me look bad. I know that. Lots of us struggle with these problems. Few of us are honest, and then nobody has the help they need when something does start to go wrong. Yeah. I haven't had another episode of that at all. With the schizophrenia type symptoms of schizoaffective disorder, I do see things, I do hear things, but it's never gotten to the point of psychosis again. This next one was mania instead, which felt completely different. It was like somebody turned off the hallucinations. I didn't hear any voices. I thought I was getting better. And then one night, I guess I went catatonic, or my heart condition. I really do think my heart condition played a role in this, because they put me on the heart floor for 2 days first. And then they put me in the mental ward. And I stayed there for 9 days. In my life, I have done a month in the mental ward, or grippy sock vacation, as I recently heard a girl say on here. I hate myself for that. I don't know if I ever won't. I struggle with my sanity. I didn't choose this. Thank goodness I've always been peaceful. I think I'm an angel. This time I thought I was a fairy. It's always a winged creature with me. Oh, I do like winged creatures, don't I, Matt? That's connecting a dot. And I got out of there to restart my entire life because I had to quit my job because of health concerns. So I have kind of nothing. Yeah, we have kind of nothing but love. Thank goodness my kids don't hate me. They actually love me a lot. Thank goodness I've never been violent. I've never been agitated. I'm very peaceful, even when I'm crazy. I know some people hate that word. I took that word back for me. And it's just a struggle, a daily struggle. This morning I woke up with heart problems, not mental. So that is so much easier to deal with, to be perfectly honest, because that I don't feel like is my fault. And I know the mental illness isn't my fault, but it feels like it. So this is me. I'm utterly insane. I have an atypical reading rhythm, atypical heart rhythm, V tachycardia, and a lot of weird things with my heart with zero calcium buildup. It's all just messing up. And I struggle so much. But I think everybody does. I just want to give honesty, especially around my mental health, because people don't. You're such a good boy. Yeah, you're such a good boy. This YouTube channel is probably going to be a mishmash of everything. I'm pretty lonely right now, so I'm just going to put my thoughts up here and see what happens. Hopefully I can find some friends this way. Hopefully people can relate. Hopefully I can help. Because when I first had my psychosis, it was such a long time ago, but nobody talked about mental health, and I slowly started losing it in front of my husband at the time, and we didn't know what to do. We sat on it for weeks because it feels bad calling the police on your spouse. But I got through that, and I got through this last time, and I will never, ever stop taking my pills again, even if they cause a heart attack, because it's better than being locked up. At least for my personal pride. I don't know what he's doing. It is so early for this type of energy, man. Yeah. Hello. Do you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? I guess I'll see you guys later.